Hello and welcome to Vegan Cafe 21. Today we are making a savory steamed gram flour cake, also called Dhokla in Hindi. So let's get started. Before we work with our ingredients, I have a pot sitting on the stovetop that I'm going to prepare. So in this pot, I have a stand like this that I have placed to set our dhokla on. In the bottom, I'm going to pour about an inch of water. So I'm just going to get the heat going under this. In this sieve, I have 2.5 cups of gram flour. To it, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and we're going to sift these dry ingredients into this bowl. Our gram flour has been sifted. To this, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 tablespoon of grated ginger, and next we add 1 tablespoon of minced green chili. I have used long green chili, but you can choose any chili pepper you like. You can use jalapenos if that's what you prefer. So we're just going to mix it all in. To this, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. You can choose to use any vinegar you have on hand. If you have white vinegar, feel free to use that. And now we are going to start adding water to make our batter. So I'm going to start with 1 cup of water and start whisking it in. In goes the 2nd cup. So our batter is ready. We use 2 cups of water, and here I have a greased tin that we are going to use to steam our cake in. Our water is now boiling, and in goes our pot with the batter. We are going to let it sit in this pot and steam for about 20 minutes. Make sure you maintain a boil in the water that's at the bottom of this pot to maintain a steady flow of steam through. So we'll come back after 20 minutes, insert a knife into this cake. If it comes out dry, we'll know it's done. If it doesn't, then we'll let it sit for another 7 minutes or so and then come and check back again. So this is what our cake looks like after 20 minutes. Once it cools a little bit, we're going to run our knife around the edges to loosen it up a little bit. And then we are going to invert our cake onto a plate. Give it a few taps. And there you have it. Next, we'll prepare tempering to put over our cake. So to prepare our tempering, I have placed a pot over the flame, added about 1 tablespoon of olive oil to the bottom of it. Once it heats up, we are going to add 1.5 teaspoons of mustard seeds. As soon as the seeds hit the hot oil, they start to pop. To this, we are going to add about 8 to 10 curry leaves. To this, we are going to add some sliced green chili. They have been sliced lengthwise. You can use any chili pepper of your choice. And now I'm going to turn my flame off because we are going to add water to this pot. After adding your first cup, you can turn the heat back on. We will add 1 more cup. So total of 2 cups of water. To this we add a teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of sugar. Give it a quick mix. All right, so our water is now boiling. I'm going to turn the flame off and add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice to this. Now we have to just spoon it over our cake, or dhokla as it is called in Hindi. So you take it, spoon it over. So we have spooned our tempering with water all over this cake. I have saved about, I would say, a 1/4 cup of water, and I'm going to let it sit to the side. So later on when we cut this cake, if I feel like it's still dry on the inside, I'll use that to spoon some more. But for now, I think I'm feeling confident that it should be all right. There is water at the base of this cake. It should not bother you at all. That's the way it ought to be. Now I'm going to pick these curry leaves since they have done their job. Now we will garnish it with some chopped cilantro. Here's our beautiful savory gram flour steamed cake, also called dhokla. I am going to cut it and show you how it looks from inside. Do you see this? And it can be enjoyed as a snack or served alongside soup.